all poultry sales across the board. This is affecting chicken, any feed or anything that goes into it, all the eggs. As you can see here, this is just one of many images here on the right of the shelves completely emptied out. We're seeing this all over the place. The link that I have here, you can scroll down it and you can see place after place after place. People are saying, is this real? And the others are like, it's very real. There's an egg shortage. And as you can see on the left here, these are the notes and the letters that are being left to the people saying, due to this egg shortage, they are only letting people get 2 per family, including all varieties at this one store. It's a little different depending on where you go, but it's the same. The price is going through the roof. So they're trying to cite this situation out of Georgia as being the thing taking it to the next level. You can see there the price there as of Monday, and it just continues to go through the roof here in this instance. You can see here across the United States the commercial flocks by state that have been affected thus far. It's California, Georgia, Ohio, and yeah, just a lot of people out there saying, yeah, this is ongoing if you're not paying attention, all over the place. Maybe you haven't been to the store in more than a week or so. Maybe you are seeing this and you're trying to figure out, how do I mitigate the damage? Well, I tried to get some chickens this spring, and that will help for sure. But if you get them, you might want to hide them, because if the FDA or whoever knows you got them, they could try to come and knock it with their scale. Anyway, join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I'm talking about this and a whole lot more. 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Dabu 77. Hope you all have a plan for what's coming ahead.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Havakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel broadly from the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's word to be edifying. This is a video put up by the handler Dabu 7, as you know, he goes into these current world events. He put out some pretty informative information. It says egg prices potent to blue sky breakout as bird flu sparks worsening shortage, which, you know, we told you they was going to use the likings of these particular endemics to get a handle on society, all right? Which basically what you're experiencing is supply and demand, and also Hegelian dialectics, which is pressure from above, pressure from beneath. This is how the elites are able to get a stronghold on people, well, on the common people, to get them under subjective orders, man, okay, by pushing these certain political agendas on the planet Earth. Like they had this thing in Davos, I believe it was this week, if I'm not mistaken, maybe last week. But basically, you know, at face value, they was talking about, you know, the economy of the world and the tariffs and all this other bullshit. But in retrospect, they're discussing real world matters, to say the least, when it comes to setting up the new world order. And it's all about putting the squeeze on people, man, all right? You common people out here that go to your everyday 9-to-5 jobs, you people ain't gonna know what to do when shit really hits the fan. Because we went through this, mainly 2 years ago, when egg prices then went up to damn near $8. And I'm talking about for some base level eggs. This ain't even talking about the so-called organic farm raised eggs, you know. This is talking about some chemical bottom of the barrel shit. And yet people were bugging the fuck out then, all right? Now, how much more? Because honestly speaking, they just got the carton of egg, or the price of eggs, back down somewhat, but they was like $6-7 depending on where you go. And now the average carton of eggs, at least out here in Missouri and parts of the state of Kansas and Missouri, you know, you find a decent carton of eggs for about $3.50, which that's too damn much to be paying for some freaking eggs, man. All right, I remember back in the day, I was paying like 87 cents for a carton of eggs, maybe $1.25 for the good stuff. you know. And then now, you know, people that got chicken farms and all that, which chicken is getting ready to go up again because, you know, the euthanizing of these animals to be justified on spreading this information here on the world like it's another you know what, which is all plagues of the Heavenly Father. But now the price of chicken is getting ready to go up, which chicken is a common fucking fowl, man. All right, ain't no way in hell I go to a restaurant and I'm paying $16.99 for 8 chicken wings, bro, and that's not even with a side included. You know, chicken sandwich, $13. Like, are you out your damn mind? Okay, chickens are not uncommon. Okay, chickens ain't like, you know, it ain't like finding a needle in a haystack. But like we mentioned, this is the elite's corporate way of designating you people into this new technocracy, because they're gonna basically put the squeeze on people. So when they finally decide to push this digital infrastructure on you, you're gonna opt in with you're gonna opt in without a doubt, without a fight behind you. And this is what it's all about. So it says here, ongoing devastating avian influenza outbreak has severely dented the nation's egg-producing hen population, okay? Which is basically another way of saying, well, look, we're going to have to raise prices, all right? It says here, driving wholesale prices into record high territory and far surpassing the price explosion seen a few years ago, which I was mentioning that the carton of eggs was literally like $7-8, man, for some base level stuff. Okay, so what happens once this become a nationwide thing, when it's allegedly thing spreads and all of a sudden there's no eggs on the cart on the shelf, which eggs is a good source of protein, man. Okay, they playing with you people. And it reads, it says here, far surpassing the price explosion seen a few years ago when such and such first emerged. It said this is an alarming trend, and egg prices at the supermarket will likely rise further in the weeks and months ahead. So possibly by this summer and spring, you may be paying $15 for a carton of eggs, man. And you're going to have people that's going to still pay that shit because, you know, hey, that's what people are accustomed to do. And on top of that, that's really a silent way of saying inflation. Okay, because you got inflation, then you got hyperinflation. Hyperinflation can be something to the degree, and the apostles always use this example, so I'm going to echo that example. But let's just say prices for a steak dinner can be $30-40, you know, coming into the door, and then all of a sudden those prices can quadruple by 60-70%, leave you damn near paying $200 for a steak dinner for not even an hour and a half dine-in brunch, man. All right, when I was looking for some I was doing a little apartment searching yesterday, went to like maybe 6 places, and this is how full of shit that these people are, man. And this will prove that you people are slaves. I went to one place and the dude straight up told me, he said, every day the price change. I'm like, what the hell you mean every day the price change? He said, well, you know, it depends on the supply and demand. If more people want 2 bedrooms, then we're going to raise the price on it because it's supply and demand, which is another way of saying capitalism and greed. All right. And also that means that they could sell the units a lot cheaper than what they will originally sell, but it's a case-by-case basis, man. Because I believe with all of my being that by me being a Jake, I believe that off the rip, they're charging me the highest market rate possible. Okay, I came in the door, this nigga said $1,700 a month. I said, you tripping. I said 5 years ago, this apartment would have went for $800. You tripping. But he said, oh, that changes. He said it could be $1,200 today. In summertime, it could go up to $1,500 because, you know, more people are coming into it. I'm like, y'all fucking ripping people off, man. And you got people that's paying that shit. You know, definitely Jake. Because, see, what they don't tell you is that a lot of these new developments that they're building up, you have what they call HUD, which buys into these incentive-based developments. Call all y'all Bashim Al-Shah 414442. So that's 4 4s, 1 4 4 and 2, which 2 is the derivative of 4. It's mercy and election. Call all y'all Bashim Al-Shah. But anyway, going back to the point. So basically they able to charge what they want to charge on these rents, man. And they have what they call subsidized leasing, which I believe apartments should be based on your income. Okay, they should have like a particular starting and ending point. Let's just say rent on average $900, and then let's say the max $1,600-1,700. I feel like they should do like an income-based thing when they can kind of put you in the middle. Say if you gross $6,000 a month, then, you know, you probably able to afford $1,200 a month for rent. And I think they should do it off that instead of telling people, oh, well, you got to pay $2,200 for a 2-bedroom apartment because of its location. And then on top of that, you only making X amount of dollars an hour or a month, or however they do your salary, right? It's all bullshit at the end of the day, man, all right? And that's why this system is going to fall, okay? Because you know how many people are defaulting on loans and this and that just to try to keep food on the damn table? And with another egg shortage and supply and demand on eggs, hey, people are getting ready to go batshit crazy. So they might as well not even sell eggs anymore because people ain't gonna buy into it because it's too expensive. You know, like eggs ain't cheap now. But it says here the latest wholesale data from Unaberry shows that the price for a dozen of eggs has jumped to a record high of $5.04, exceeding the record peak of $4.65 set in December 2022. And rising wholesale prices are expected to continue pressuring supermarket prices higher. And I believe that they're purposely using this bird FLU shit to be justified on raising prices on people because, like I said, they want to price you out, man. Okay, it's not necessarily a buyer's market, you know, if you're looking into getting into investments and all this other shit, because don't anybody got no damn money, man. You know, oh, rent is just $1,500 a month, motherfucker. That's not affordable, especially in a city like this. Ain't no way in hell anybody should be paying that a month for anything being rented in Kansas City at all. All right, it ain't like it's a goddamn mortgage. You got people that's only, bro. The funny part about it is, and you know, it's all in tandem with the lesson, you know. But it's so weird because the lady, one of the landlords I was dealing with, little Edomite chick, she said, "Oh yeah, I found a house on the hood, and my mortgage is only $950 a month, 3 bedrooms." She said she got the fucking house 7 years ago for damn near $100,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the hell did you get that? You know, your husband got a fucking airplane, you know, 2 cars. And I'm like, y'all some rich ass devils. She said, no, we're not rich. I said, yeah, well, by my means, you're probably rich, all right? You got a $100,000 house, you know, and you work in property management, making good money off ripping people off of high ass rents. And then on top of that, whatever your husband do. So this motherfucker got a plane that he's paying on. Like, bro, buying an airplane is not cheap, okay? That's twice as much of any goddamn vehicle. All right, but yet Esau gets a break because this is his kingdom, right? But anyway, it says here, it says readers may want to consider building or purchasing chicken coops, which they're gonna crack down on that, you know, because, you know, we got brothers that's into gardening, agriculture. You know, we got brothers that do that, man, you know. But even then, Esau wants to take control on that because really he doesn't want you being self-sustained. You know, he don't want you to be able to take care of your own without his help, because basically without going to Esau, basically you're opting into a system that doesn't need him, and he can't have that because it's his ideal to incorporate the whole world into his folly, man, to this MOTB, right? It says here, chicken coops to secure their own egg supply as shortages are expected to persist. But additionally, it says a growing trend among some Americans involves sourcing clean foods from mom and pop farms or utilizing their own land for food production. And it may be time for folks to shift away from toxic food supply chains controlled by mega corporations. And, you know, we've been on that kick for a long time, but it costs money to do these things. And when ain't nobody got money, or you don't have the property or the space to do it, then you're pretty much shit out of luck. So we're really all at the mercy of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. All right. So anyway, I got a couple of precepts here. I was actually on the road driving, so didn't want to be too distracted. But anyway, damn, 444 call Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. But anyway, second Ezra 6, and I'm gonna start at verses 20, 22. It says, and subtly should the sown places appear unsown. The sown places are the markets, man. Okay, your grocery stores, your fast food restaurants, your retail chains, etc. Those are considered the sown places, man. Okay, because when you think of something that's sewn together, you're thinking of something that's intact. But now we're witnessing the decline in the economy, man. Okay, as China is growing 4.2% of growth domestic, growth GDP. I think they're growing like 4% more than America. I think they up to like damn near 30+% or something like that, man. Because they're actually doing good in the economy. Like I was kind of going back and forth with this bonehead I work with about how the dollar is collapsing, and this nigga is sold on America still being the greatest economy. I was saying, nigga, what kind of crack you smoking, bro? You know, this is just a nigga. You know how you got a nigga that thinks he knows politics? So I had to kind of get at him like, bro, you don't know a goddamn thing, man. You know, all this mainstream folly that you're listening to and all these endless debates. I said, bro, that's mainstream shit. But that's a nigga for you, man. You know, that's sold on Babylon. All right? And he was with the U.S. military showing up in other countries and taking there. But I'm like, bro, the only reason why America is thriving still is because you have a petrodollar, which is backed by the military. All right? They literally threaten people at gunpoint. And really, the dollar is not being backed by gold. I mean, by oil. It's the military. You know? How the hell can you show up at somebody's border and point a gun in their face because they don't want to accept your goddamn resources, and you go and steal everybody's resources? If you're doing that, it's because you're on verge of losing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just the simple things like this, I have to shut niggas up because niggas think they're smart, you know, going into that stuff. I'm like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You know, talking about, well, America's allies need us. The fucking European Union don't need America, man. The hell out of here. Why the hell you think Turkey is considering joining BRICS? I don't fucking need this place, man. Everybody knows that once the dollar is the only reason why people still have some type of dealing with this place is because it's the world's reserve currency. Okay, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So all that other bullshit that you got, bro, prime example what proves that is because you have no American-made companies over here. Everything is fucking outsourced. Okay? When you are 95% of a consuming nation and nothing produced here, then you are in trouble, because when you lose more buying power, with your dollar is losing purchasing power about a fucking minute, that means that your economy is pretty much being held on by a thread. And it's simple shit like this that dumb niggas don't know because they want to be fucking smart. All right, like, you jakes are stupid as hell. And this is why the Most High is getting ready to leave 2/3 of you jakes in America to be eviscerated by the nuclear missiles, man. You know, straight up, bunch of slow bellies. But anyway, and it says, and the Trumpicists, and it says here, and it says here, and it says here, and a trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they should suddenly be afraid. And right now we're seeing the trumpet being blown first and foremost through the prophets, man. Okay, now you got everybody that's talking about Trump's $500 billion proposal for this AI innovation shit. They're talking about people are mad and talking shit about this guy Musk now because, for the simple fact, he's somewhat averse to Trump's new policies to some degree, which, you know, has always been division among Edomites, man. Okay, this is why we know that this man can never bring peace, because he's the devil. There's no peace in the devil, bro. All right, so when they say, oh, peace talk, nigga, you've been in power for 500 plus years, and you have never found a moment of peace. So it's safe to say that you won't find it. But it says here, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. It says here, in fear, and those that door in, and when the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. All right, going into your resources being completely altered. All right, so when you go back to this picture here, look at this. It says egg supply update. And they really kicking you people ass with this whole BIRDFLU nonsense, man. Like, I'll believe it when I see it. But it says, due to supply shortages, availability may be limited in the coming weeks. And look at this. Nothing. As soon as they restock them ordeals, bam. $20 for a carton of eggs, man. And the funny part about it is that they just say, if this was the case, if it was a BIRDFLU out BREAK, right? There's still enough chickens in the world to sell eggs for fucking pennies on a dollar, bro. I mean, it's an egg for Yahweh Bashim Hawashai sake, bro. It ain't like it's peacock eggs or anything. It's ostrich. It ain't like it's duck eggs, bro. Like, chickens are very common, bro. All right, that's not a endangered species, but with Esau, everything is. So anyway, let's go from here. Revelation 6. And I'm going to start at verses 5. And it says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And it says, and I heard the voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine, which is the truth. But basically going into how the money system is getting ready to tank. So all that madness that you jakes out here talking, you so-called smart ninjas, what you gonna do when the dollar collapses and your resources are no avail to you? You know? And it says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Okay, going back into these particular pestilence and plagues, man. All right. So anyway, I ended giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashimi Hawashai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Lord's will, you are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.